We are going to see all assets become tokenized, including currencies, the dominant currencies. And I don't think that they'll all necessarily be central bank digital currencies, but I think the dollar, in a world where everything becomes tokenized, the dollar is a major winner relative to other global currencies.
Professor and teacher about the world of crypto, do you think that these should be in 401k plans? Do you think this should be part of everybody's portfolio?
Look, Andrew, thank you for mentioning. I was honored to teach up at MIT and do what I did. I'm neutral about the technology, but I'm not neutral about the investor protection. These are a highly speculative asset class. There's thousands of tokens, most of which have attributes of securities, meaning there's a group of sponsors and entrepreneurs raising money from the public. And I would say this, that just like any field of venture capital and new projects, many projects fail. You look at the statistics. In fact, most new ventures fail. And it's important that the public get the disclosure, understand the risks. There's very significant risk in this field.
Right.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And guys, what have I been telling you from the beginning? Everything's going to be tokenized. And we can clearly see that now. And we have Gary Gensler, the chess piece of the NWO, speaking on CNBC. And we know, guys, he taught at MIT, he knows all about crypto. He should have been the main one pushing regulation if that was the goal of the government. It's not. We know regulation is going to be global, and that's the reason why they're kicking this can down the road until the NWO brings the whole legacy market down. That is the only way the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Remember, the robots, algorithms, and drones are going to take over the economy, while the sheep go inside the metaverse. The reason why the masses don't invest in the stock market is because they're not educated. And the same thing goes for crypto. Finances are not taught for a reason, because the system would not work if people understood it. Now the central banks are going to get rid of this old legacy system and get us moved over to the fourth industrial revolution, where everything is going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. They're shrinking all of this liquidity, and the NWO causes the problem. Wait for the reaction and run in with the solution. So now we're seeing more and more layoffs. We just got 4,000 to 8,000 people they're laying off to bring in electric vehicles. And we know the government is incentivizing, the Fed is incentivizing moving over to clean energy. Remember, they made trillions and trillions of dollars with oil. Now they're going to make trillions and trillions of dollars with clean energy. Plus, put all these people out of work. But what is the solution? That's right. Free money. Airdropping you free money. You have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. And we have Steve Leisman acting like he doesn't know the ECB was going to be raising 50 basis points. Guys, remember, this is all scripted. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Separately, wanted to talk to you about crypto because we've seen crypto carnage across the board. Celsius is an example, being sued now, allegations of inflating its price, et cetera. You obviously just had a settlement with BlockFi. What's the next step, and are we going to just be seeing a sort of a litany of these type of settlements and deals?
Look, you're focusing on what's called crypto lending, when the public is lending their assets to a financial institution, and that financial institution is trying to make some spreads and so forth. And we have focused on this area because many of these firms, like BlockFi that settled, may well be investment companies taking hundreds of thousands or millions of customers' funds, pulling it together, and then relending it. It sounds a little like an investment company or a bank, you might say. And some of these are offering pretty high returns, 4%, 8%, 10% returns. And how are they doing that? What stands behind those promises? And so we're going to continue to try to work with the industry, get these firms properly registered under the securities laws, and protect the public.
Interesting, Steve. What's up? First time in 11 years, Joe, the European Central Bank raising its interest rate. The interest rate of main refinancing on marginal lending will be increased to 0.5. So it looks like they did a 50 here, Joe. That's my backroom there. I had been dissuaded a little bit from that from some folks I've been talking to, thinking maybe it was a minority, but there they go doing 50 and getting aggressive. Of course, they're way behind the Federal Reserve, and it would be interesting that I can actually look at this to call up the euro and see if that's gotten any. Yeah, it has strengthened a little bit. It was 1017, now it's 102. So the currency market was a bit surprised by this to see that there's the euro spiking a little bit on the more aggressive move. And now we await two things. One is how they'll implement this program to even out interest rates across the euro area. And then the second thing is what kind of guidance we get. I think for sure now you have to think about a more aggressive European Central Bank joining others like Canada, Great Britain, and the United States, Becky.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.